Lee Clarke, welcome to SNTTV. You're in the hot seat today, you're the gaffer, you're in charge. FA Cup round today with Stamford at home, finished 1-1 and a pretty open game, and certainly a game that could have gone either way. What are your overall impressions of the game and thoughts?
Disappointed. Like I said in there, we're the favourites for today. We know that. You couldn't have got a better FA Cup draw. You asked for a home tie, you asked for a team that's in the lower league. We got those two things. I don't think we really capitalised on that. We didn't really impose our own game as much as we would have liked. We started very well, probably the best we started actually for 3 or 4 games, and we couldn't get the goal. We had a few chances where we could have got the goal, we didn't. You always hope that's not going to come back and bite you. It didn't in the first half, and it ended up the first half being quite open actually. They had a few chances, we had a few chances, it could have gone either way. Second half, I thought we started quite bright again the second half, got the goal, and for some reason that acted as a catalyst for us to sit back and invite pressure, to rather than not say go gung-ho and try and score 2, 3, 4 goals, but to impose ourselves a bit more, impose the way we would like to play. And because we spoke about how we could hurt them, and we were doing that, but for some reason we stopped doing that. We camped on our own 18-yard box, and when you invite a team to attack you, or invite a team to put balls into your box, or launch those into your box, then eventually they're going to get a chance. And ironically, it wasn't from a chance, it was a penalty, but there's too many times in that second half where I was nervous, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the last 10 minutes Stamford were in it big time, and obviously goals change games. The penalty that they got, it seemed a little bit of a soft one from here, but
you'd want it our way. I'd want it our way.
I
mean, the guy's been clever. He's ran across Milo. Milo's put his hands up to kind of let him go, but I've got no complaints with the penalty. I'm more looking at how we reacted to that really, and it seemed to give them a bit of a spur, and we stopped doing the things that were getting us joy. We stopped passing the ball simply, we stopped passing the ball wide, which is where we were hurting them. First half especially. Sparky mainly, he was very good, very impressed with Sparky today. He's done well, he's had to wait his chance, he's come in, and that's how we were hurting them. And we said, just, if something's working, keep doing it. And for some reason...
Sorry to cut you off there, with Sparky, he's 3 minutes into the game or so, and he's done about 3 plays, he's in on goal.
Yeah, he was excellent, he was really good today. Because he kept the game simple. He got the ball, he ran at his man, and he tried to make something happen, and there was an end product there. But the second half, wind was against, but we should have read that and should have passed our way out a little bit more, rather than just lumping it to 2 6'4" centre halves. Because as strong as Hawley is, or as clever as Deck is with their body, 9 times out of 10 they're going to come out of those battles on the losing side. So we knew what the game plan was, and for some reason the goal shook us a little bit.
I mean, that's the holy grail of football, isn't it? Finding good, consistent performance and consistency is the tough thing to come by. We've had good spells today, but it's a question of getting that over the 90 minutes, because we were really on top at times in that first half, and if it wasn't for us being sloppy in possession in the centre circle area, we were almost giving them the opportunities. They weren't carving out any themselves.
But that's something the players said at half time actually, that the only way we're going to let them back in it is if we let them back in it, with the sloppy passing, by lumping the ball forward to their big guys at the back. And it's been the story of our last 3 games actually. Last Saturday at home, Monday, we've had patches, we've had spells where we look unplayable, where teams can't cope with us, and when we like that, it's a joy to watch.
We need to score.
And that's the kind of problem, not scoring when we're on top, scoring at the right time. But it's trying to get those spells elongated for a longer amount of time over the game. And when we're having one of the spells against us, is rolling our sleeves up, keeping our shape, and not going chasing, doing things that we shouldn't be doing and know not to do, and we know we're not going to work. So it's a bit for us to work out, a bit for us to talk about, a bit for us to work out. And I'm pleased that the game's Tuesday rather than having to wait for it, because we know where we've got to aim for. We know the standard that Stamford set today. We know what we need to beat in front of us. So looking forward to Tuesday really.
And how does it feel being in the hot seat then, setting the team up, going into the game? Because once that referee blows his whistle, there's very little you can do from the sidelines.
Yeah, it's different. I speak to Andy a lot about it, and obviously playing for so long, so many years, you kind of turn up, you worry about yourself, you go home again, you review your own performance, moan about other people's usually, but as part of the management team, you don't switch off at all. You're thinking about everyone at all times, and that's everyone in the squad, not even the people that are on the pitch. So I've had a taste of that even further this week with Andy not being here, and I'm enjoying it, really enjoying it, and it's an eye opener, I'll be honest. And it's exciting and the adrenaline's pumping, but like you say, once the whistle starts, it's kind of, there's nothing you can do. It's frustrating because you've done everything you can, you've said everything you can say, you've set the lads up how you can, and it's kind of hoping that they execute what we as a group have put in place. And today we did in patches, but not totally. I mean, I've had so much adrenaline and nervous energy running through me today, so it's I know how Andy feels. I know how Andy feels now.
A lot of supporters always think about managers and their half-time team talks, and so what was going through your mind as you're walking off the pitch at half-time? And we've done all right, to be fair.
Yeah, I was pleased going in at half-time because, like you said, we looked like we created a lot, and I was just conscious that we had to keep doing what was getting us success. So, like I said, Sparky down the wide left mainly was causing the problem. We had a lot of space, him and Hawley out there, probably a bit more than what JP and Milo did out there, but on the right. And I was just conscious that to hammer home that just keep doing what you're doing, just keep doing what you're doing, get it wide, and the chances will keep coming. But we also had to be a little bit aware because they were catching us on the break, and they had the little guy in the hole in the pocket that was getting a bit too much space. So we just tried to shuffle a few things around. As it turned out, they changed their formation at half time anyway to match us up. So it was pleasing going in half time, but also wary that they were creating us problems as well.
One thing I've noticed about this team is, and it's a massive positive for when our backs up against the wall, is that they'll go right to the final whistle, and we've seemed to carve open a couple of opportunities late on there around the 90th minute. I thought, oh, this has been just perfect, and we've scored late in the game. So the belief in the team that we can still create that late goal, and that's massive, isn't it?
That's what's borne out over the first part of the season. I'd say Biggles Wade was the first time we didn't really look like we had that belief. We didn't look like we could go and pull a goal back or go and nick a draw. But every other game, and today, like you say, we did have our back against the wall, but we had a few chances on the break. If the final ball was maybe a little bit better, or we looked after it a little bit better, and then we had a couple of set pieces as well that we caused them trouble at, actually, with good delivery by Deck. And I did think if we could nick it now, obviously that would be great. I would have felt a little bit guilty, I'll be honest, on their behalf, because for 15 minutes before that they were really knocking on our door and they could have got something out of it. But yeah, it's, there's always belief in our squad, and there's a togetherness, and I think that harnesses that belief because they trust in each other on the pitch. And if you do that and you keep believing in what as a squad we're trying to do, then chances and last minute things can happen.
Excellent. All right, Lee, we'll catch up again next Saturday, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully it's a happier chat.
Cheers.
Cheers.